which is goes to their hands and knees. Jean, Barry. He's one of black. So, let's say I'm passing Jean's guard. I'm here, kind of getting by, and he begins to turtle, face away right here. Okay. Obviously, I have turtle matrix, but also what I potentially have is a back kick. I'm going to do from different angles, so you're going to see. Basically, what happens is I want pressure on one spot. I never want to be on two knees, because whenever you're on two knees, whether in jiu-jitsu or in jail, things turn bad. Okay. Now, from here, one leg up, preferably pressure. My right hand is going to kind of go on the inner thigh right here, all right? But not too deep, because I don't want him to do that wrestler's roll, because if you get too deep here, you'll pinch and then do a roll. So that's not a good position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get enough to get a shallow hook. My left hand kind of blocks his head, and my left knee blocks this knee as I pull him in a circle over and get my hooks as my left hand slides in the neck. So your right hand will go from his hip, kind of underneath, and will typically catch this lapel. And when you get it, let's say, proficient enough, your right hand will be on this lapel as the left hand goes in for the choke. So the left hand is either gonna go for the shoulder or for that collar, because the collar is easy, and then you can cinch it out. And now from here, two things will happen. You're either gonna pull him over your bottom hook, and you'll get a bottom hook, and you'll get a good type of a back control here, where you have the underhook with the right hand and an over on the head, okay? Meaning on the neck. So here you have like a decent control. But the thing is, from here, in order for me to really kind of finish, this is more so the finish that you would want from the back without having a turn. But if I want to choke him with this grip here, I have to make several adjustments. So what I have to do is I have to get on my elbow here, here, maybe reach for that knee, begin to go for bow and arrow. But from here, what becomes available is basically going back to S mount right here. As I begin to wedge him forward, my bottom leg comes out, and I go to S mount here, and I begin to reset and go right back to bow and arrow right here. So oftentimes, that back take enables you to set up a deeper S mount, because from there, you have a much tighter choke. So, what I'm doing is I'm here, and I kind of got a shallow hook here, block an elbow, and when I push my hand here, as I switch my hips, the left knee bumps here. I go here, and I throw my hooks up high, because typically I'll get this hook here, and you see my left hand went in fairly deep on his collar, and my right hand is under. So my right hand catches that collar, brings it down, and tightens it right here. And you have a good back control here. If you reach for that far collar and you do the zipper choke here, this enables you to finish without having to readjust your hips. Okay? So the whole idea is, what I really want to do here, I want to pressure him this way here, so he'll pressure back into me. And then right when I feel that counter pressure, I'm going to switch here, and this knee goes here. From here, I want to turn him over the knee and kind of go more circular. And you get this with time, but when you shift your hips and you bump them with that far knee, you're here, giving him pressure here, he pushes back in, and you throw the hook. Now you see how that hook didn't come in? I'm fine. I'll get this hook, because what's going to happen is he's going to begin to escape. So now, whether I got this collar, or maybe I got this hand right here, I have this control here. This foot didn't get that hook, which is possibly what I wanted. The second I realized I didn't get that hook, my feet switched, and I begin to go back for an S now, over here, and then I retake the back, okay? So you can retake the back, you can get the choke possibly if you have the collar. From here, if I want to push him down into that whole hook right here, maybe even get here and finish, that's something. But for now, what I want you guys to do is, one person's gonna turtle, and I'm gonna have one hand on the back, and I'm pressuring him this way here, and my right hand has just a shallow hook. As I'm just going to pressure, this foot comes up. As the pressure stays, this knee goes here, and I'm gonna take him in a circle, 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 so that I can get one hook, two hook, and the left hand can get the collar, so you can just get the position. Your right hand will be under his right arm, as your right hand will look to just reach and find that far lapel, and you're just gonna extend and do the zipper choke. Okay, one more time. So I wanna take him over. So I wanna bring him over this knee here. As I use this post, my right foot extends so that my right knee comes off the mat as my left knee comes here and blocks. And then I just basically want to go circle, circle, circle. I'm pulling over this bottom hook, top hook. This hand gets here. Let's say it gets here, okay? Because sometimes you shoot it in and then it catches that collar. It's just right there. Your right hand will be under. You just pull it tight, elbow tight, and then the right hand reaches for here. And then from here, I'm gonna extend here, the hips, and hands go together as you finish, okay? Sometimes you don't get this, and for whatever reason, they tuck their chin and you kind of feel that you're not getting it. I'm gonna scoot out, we'll do this next. As I need to bring my bottom hook out, switch, and then I can go here. Now I'm back to an S mount from here, okay? And from here, I would switch again back to bow and arrow and finish the bow and arrow. So you go from the back to the mount or S mount, okay? Mount sometimes is also a tricky position to just keep, because if you do the escapes right, you're gonna escape the mount and they'll wind up in a half turn, as they should. But when you are on the back, okay, bring it here to Mike. Remember, your left hand sits here. So when I pull his hips, he falls over my left arm. So as I hip this way and I go here, I'm gonna take him in a circle as he falls over the left hand, okay? And right here, maybe I caught it, maybe I didn't. And you gotta throw this hook in particular high. So whenever I do this with the intent, typically to re-S mount. As I throw this hook high, because their knee is gonna defend. And then as I get here, I'll go right back to here and then go back to an S mount and finish, okay? So for you guys, I just want you guys to get the motion first, last one. Back to the mat. And I just want you to get direction here. As you're here, shallow hook controlling the hip, pressure laterally. Hand goes here because you're gonna pull him over your left arm. As I block here, and I pull him more so in a circle. As I throw these hooks way high, and just get a seatbelt. From the seatbelt, you feed the collar, reach across, zipper choke, and extend it. Okay? Try that, but you gotta make sure you're pulling him in a circle, not just tilting him onto you. Okay? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.